Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs. It's another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. It's your boy BC in the building. I'm here with my brother Dre.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Happy to be back to talk some basketball on Super Bowl Sunday. What's good, y'all?
I'm also here with my brother Kesey.
What's good, good people?
What's going on? How you doing, Kesey?
Living the American dream.
How are you?
That's the American dream. I don't want none of your dream. I don't want none of your dream.
This is the dream. What's the nightmare?
It's the American dream.
Okay.
Oh, man.
How you doing, Dre? What's going on?
Man, I'm great, man. Can't complain, man. Shout out to my granny. We celebrated her 84th birthday last night.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, man. So life is good, man. No complaints.
All right, that's good.
Let's get to it.
Let's go ahead and get right into it. The injury report, if you don't
Yes.
mind, sir.
So this one annoys me because he's on my fantasy team.
Mm-hmm.
And we should have dumped him when we had the chance. Chris Middleton is out with an ankle injury. I'm gonna save it for Bucks talk because I got a lot to go in on Chris Middleton about.
Because he got injured?
He's in his injury phase now. Like, remember you said Giannis is in his LeBron era.
Mm,
Chris Middleton is in his injury era, but I'll save it for Bucks talk.
okay.
The Knicks are without OG Ananobi. Say it, Kesey. OG.
Oh, I don't even know how to say it.
On OB.
Ananobi.
Ananobi.
OG, thank you, gentlemen, underwent surgery to remove loose bone fragments from his right elbow. He'll be reevaluated in 3 weeks. Joel Embiid, as I said on this podcast last week, is out 6 to 8 weeks with a knee injury. I told y'all that was more serious than y'all thought it was.
Who?
They were telling him being
Embiid.
out for the whole year.
In
though.
fact, I don't know that he returns as the Joel Embiid we once knew, unfortunately. So,
All right. Okay. Now let's move on to the next segment, shoot around. Well, really quickly, Joel Embiid will not be MVP this year.
nope, not eligible.
Not eligible for MVP this year. No, I think this, to me, to be honest with you, if he does sit out the rest of the season, I'm looking at him kind of funny because I looked at him as soft. I ain't looking at him as funny, but now, well, I just don't. If he does sit out, to me, that would tell to me a lot about him. Seeing that this is probably one of his years where he can make the Eastern Conference Finals. So for him to, if he does sit out the rest of the season, I would be very disappointed.
I think he's legitimately hurt.
I'm not saying that he's not hurt. I think
hurt.
he can come back in 6 to 8 weeks, and I also think that he did a little bit push it a little bit. So, but because of the rule, but I just feel like if you can make it back in 8 weeks, you can make your team have a playoff push. Why not?
Yeah.
Also, really quickly, shout out to Kobe Bean Bryant. He had one of 3 statues unveiled this week. Thank you. And he'll have 2 more coming on later. Did you guys happen to see the statue?
I saw the first one. How many statues does a person
He's
need?
supposed to have 2 more. One of him and his daughter, and another one. Did you see it? The statue though?
I saw the unveil, I watched it briefly. Yeah, it's a nice statue. But if you ever been to the Staples Center, man, what I love about the Staples Center in Los Angeles, man, that's how they honor their players, man. Like, there are statues all outside of their greats. Magic, Kareem, obviously Kobe now, and a bunch of other ones too that I don't necessarily remember. But I think that's a good thing, man. When you get a statue somewhere, that's declaring that franchise will never forget you. Like, you'll forever. I think there's very few players that have. Obviously, there's MJ. There's Dirk. Dirk has a statue. LeBron will have a statue before it's all said and done in Miami, Cleveland, and LA.
See, that's where, and we have to pause right there.
But it's
This
true.
is. I don't think that number one, Los Angeles should never have one for him.
For who?
For LeBron.
He broke the scoring title from a Laker.
I don't care.
Okay.
Either Cleveland, I'll let Miami slide. Cleveland and Miami, don't do that for LeBron and LA.
He'll have
That's
a
just
statue at all
ridiculous.
3, guaranteed.
That would be
You have to
ridiculous.
also remember, LA is one of the high-end costing cities. So
That is. So
they
these
can
statues
they
is
can
nothing.
spend money frivolously, and we wouldn't care. a
It,
city like Milwaukee or
we
Cleveland
don't have any
or
statues. That's
Utah,
why.
they don't have that kind of money where they can just, oh, you were good. Because if
That's
Milwaukee
true.
had that kind of money, we would have one of Kareem, we would have one of Oscar, we
That's
would
true.
have one of Ray, we would have like a whole starting five outside of whatever stadium is up that day.
I guess to me, a statue is an honor. And I think that just because you broke this scoring title there doesn't equal to you deserving a statue. I just don't feel like that deserving a statue. I mean, to be really honest with you, 3 statues for Kobe is like kind of wild. Like, dude, that's a lot. That's just showing like, hey, we have the money to spend. But I just feel like they just the NBA and the Los Angeles Lakers are just really juicing this as much as they possibly can.
Kobe is different. Kobe is a unique situation.
Why? Because Kobe passed away.
Because he's a Laker for life.
First of all, he's always been a Laker.
He's always been a Laker.
And we haven't had.
I understand one. I understand one.
Second,
But
I'm saying
I-
2 more.
I
we
understand.
lost him.
I understand
So
the second.
You got to do something for the daughter too, because she was just as important.
Was she?
Hey, bro, she was inspiration to everybody.
Was she?
Inspiration to little girls everywhere, bro.
Oh God! Come on! Don't! Come on,
I
Tom.
got two
Come
little
on,
girls. I
Tom.
got 2 little girls.
Just-
One of my
just
little
off
girls knew
of-
who she was more than she knew Kobe.
Just off of the strength of how it happened
I
and
just
all
don't-
of that and how it transpired with her,
Mhm.
Right.
it has to be a statue of her. Anything else would be uncivilized. Like,
Civilized.
I hate
Come on,
the way I
man.
use that, but all
I
right,
think
cool.
the circumstance warrants the statue because she died with Kobe.
With him.
If she died, separately and it wasn't a tragedy, of course they wouldn't do it. But this is the Los Angeles. I think you have to remember, Z, Kobe, even after playing ball, was pivotal to the Lakers community, man.
Right.
I'm not saying that he wasn't pivotal to.
I think 3
the-
statues is excessive, though.
I'm saying 3 statues is excessive, and I'm
Sure.
also saying that I feel like they turn the situation to every single time you turn around is something like, this is celebrating Kobe. This is celebrating Kobe.
okay,
And I just feel like if the circumstances were different and Kobe was still alive, it wouldn't be that. And because
No, Kobe
of
would have
that,
always had a statue.
Kobe would have had a statue. I'm not saying that he wouldn't have had a statue. I'm saying obviously it wouldn't have been the one with him and his daughter, but I'm also saying that it wouldn't have been it wouldn't have been like the All-Star game named after him. It wouldn't be all of these other
course,
little
but that's
things.
because of the circumstances.
I see one
So-
point. I see that. I
so
see
if
that
you see-
perspective.
so if
I
you
see
see-
that perspective.
so if you
I'm
see
just
that
saying. I just
perspective,
feel like
so
it's
what-
a little bit.
why do you feel like it's a little bit?
I
If you
just
see the
told you why.
perspective, that don't make any sense.
I see
That's
both sides of the
contradicting.
coin. No, I see both sides of the coin. It's called having, different.
And I can
opinions.
see why they're going with the 3rd trophy because you got 8 and you got 24. Which
Well,
one do you go with?
Kobe picked the first one.
I'm gonna say it like this. I think 3 is excessive, even in depth. Obviously
Where are these statues at, first of all?
circumstances.
Huh?
Where are these statues located at?
I don't know
If
where they
it's like
located at.
one is by the stadium, and then the other one is somewhere in the city. Then I can understand that.
I think
But
all
they're
3 of
all
them.
outside the building.
I think all 3 of them gonna be outside the building.
So Michael Jordan statue is inside the United Center. I think he's the only one like that. Everybody else is Shaq. All those were outside from what I remember. But he got his trophies. It's unfortunate that we tend to honor people in death and not quick enough while they're living. But to be fair, his life ending was a tragedy. Like no one could foresee that, unfortunately. But shout out to the Lakers for being faithful to Kobe and his wife. 3's excessive. If you ask me, when the Bucks era ends, the only one we'll have here is Giannis. Giannis will be the first statue here.
I don't even think we gonna have that
Which
because
is
I don't know
why
if we gonna have money
I don't think we're gonna have that because we technically should have had one of Oscar Robertson years ago.
or Kareem
He left us hanging.
or Kareem.
He left us hanging.
He didn't leave us hanging. How you-
He got us our only ring.
That's
So
what I'm saying. By default.
by default, he should have one for that. He should have had one for that.
Mm.
But instead we got Fonzie on the bridge.
This
They
is
clean every 3 years.
wild.
Wild.
Happy days.
So this past week was the trade deadline. There wasn't a lot of action, but there was some trades. What I want to do is go over all the trades that happened this past Thursday, and then just kind of like talk about them as a whole. And two of these I missed. Because really quickly, I can't think of his name right now. I'll think of it later. But anyways, Indiana Pacers traded Buddy Hield to the 76ers for Marcus Morris, some guy I can't pronounce, and 3 second-round picks. The Detroit Pistons traded Bogdanovich and Alex Burt to the New York Knicks for Quentin Grimes, Frontier, Fly, and 2 first-round picks.
Frontier is Fournier.
Do y'all want to do this? I mean, if you want to do this, you can do this, Keisha. I'm not even going to sit here and act like I'm good with names. I'm not. Do you want to do it, Keisha?
No.
You sure? You're better with names, brother. You don't? All right, cool. The Toronto Raptors traded Dennis Schroeder and Titus Young.
Thaddeus.
All right. I did that.
He's still around.
I know, right?
He's still around.
That's why I actually laughed.
Every time I see him, I'll be like, he's still around?
Bro.
He's kind of a journeyman, so he's to help your starting five get better.
Yeah.
Because he's not a scrub.
No.
He's not top caliber anymore.
He's not even. I don't even know he's in the rotation. But it's the Toronto Raptors, so I'm not really watching them games like that. But traded to the Brooklyn Nets for Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yep.
Later on, Spencer Dinwiddie was released by Toronto and will be picked up by the Los Angeles Lakers after clearing waivers. So out of these trades, and Grant Williams was traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the Charlotte Hornets, along with
did they pull the trigger
hold on, along with Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Stephen Curry, his brother, Seth Curry. I'm sorry,
They did
Steph
pull
Curry
the trigger.
and somebody else and some other people. Yeah, they did.
That was in the final hour, then.
Yeah,
Because he was up for Bobby.
yes, they talked about him for Bobby, but it didn't happen. They traded him to Charlotte Hornets. Really quickly, word on the street is he just got traded because they didn't like him. It had nothing to do with skill. It had nothing to do. We wanted better players. They rubbed people the wrong way.
Oh yeah.
Who did?
Grant Williams.
Grant Williams.
He rubbed people
That's
the
why
wrong
the
way.
Bucks didn't end up taking him.
So I'm like, I understand that completely, especially with Dallas. Even though they're not like top tier, they still have some type of. They have a culture there.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things was he stopped wearing Luka's tennis shoe to wear Jason Tatum's tennis shoe. I said, my God, sir. So petty, but understandable. So out of these trades, all the trades, even trades I didn't mention, who do you think won draft here? Now I just want to put this out there really quickly. I know what you're going to say. I don't know who won because Steph Curry didn't get traded. Word on the street is New York Knicks. They're the deepest team in the NBA right now. Now, do they have some superstars? Are they looking at some names out here? You're like, ooh, they have a solid foundation. They're third in the league right now.
They might get Giannis.
Word on the street is they could make the Eastern Conference Finals at least. Especially with Embiid getting hurt, and Philadelphia has been kind of falling in the ranking.
And the Bucks being 2-6. So I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Answering your question, I don't think none of these teams are a clear standout as a winner.
Surprise, surprise.
The Pacers traded one player and picked up. I guess I would say the Pacers. They traded one player and picked up 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know me. More is always better than less in most.
Are you
cases.
saying 5 because of the 3 second-round picks?
Yeah,
that haven't been okay.
Draymond Green was a second-round pick. We always go there. You can't undervalue.
I'll give you that.
Second-round picks. I'm gonna say I like the Indiana and Philly trade. I don't know if there's a clear winner. I think Buddy Hield will be a nice shooting spark for them because obviously Travis or Maxey has a team on his back right now.
He does.
because he has to. There's no one else there. They got rid of Kyle Lowry in this deal.
Really quickly. I'm sorry. Interrupt you. Kyle Lowry is about to agree to a buyout.
Already done.
And he will be
Already done.
looking to get to Philadelphia. It's not official though.
It's official.
It's not official.
It's official.
It's not
He's
official.
with the Sixers.
He hasn't cleared waivers yet. How's it official? He hasn't cleared waivers.
He signed with the
How is it
Sixers.
official? He hasn't cleared waivers.
Anyway,
Trey, I don't want to look it up. He hasn't cleared waivers.
So is this the end of Kyle Lowry's career, y'all?
I told you that a week or two ago.
No, I don't
He
think
done?
so.
I told you that a week or two ago. No one is building their team to bring in Kyle Lowry. Okay, remember when you was like, "I'll take him on the Bucks"? But like, why? Why would you take him on the Bucks?
I don't want to discount him though.
Well-
I mean, I don't think he's that an effective player like that, but I don't want to discount him.
So again, I like that the Pacers picked up 5 players, but I like Buddy to the Sixers. The Pistons are terrible, so them in the Knicks trade. I mean, the Knicks got better. Definitely got better. Again, I don't see a clear winner. In fact, this was a lackluster.
It was.
It was lackluster for me. There wasn't enough. I thought the Bucks were too quiet in what they did. So I don't really have a clear favorite, but shout out to the Knicks for getting deeper, and shout out to Philly for adding the shooting. That's how I'll answer.
I mean, I pretty much feel the same way. I mean, I like that the Philadelphia have been aggressive because I feel like they've see the opportunity here to go further in the playoffs. And I'm sure they're hoping Embiid comes back, and then you add some shooting around him, and just some defensive players and some guys, some veterans. I think this can very well help them get over the hump. The same way with the Bucks. I mean, we did a trade that we'll talk about in Bucks trade, but it was very quiet. But I knew the Bucks didn't have nothing, and we would have to give up some core players in order to get something.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with the move that they did make, but I mean, besides them, I think the overall winner is the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
They became deep. The 2 guys that they got can be starters or they can come off the bench, and then with Randall coming back, it's going to be a nice team. What's his name? Donovan Da Vinci, whatever. They used to play for the Bucks. He over there shining.
Chinzo.
Yeah, he's over there
Okay,
shining.
DiVincenzo.
He's over there shining
Shining where?
at the Knicks.
He doing all right.
He didn't have
Did
30
better.
the last 4-5 games.
Did better. Oh, we doing better over there than you did here.
He very much.
And he also got.
I thought we traded him too soon anyway,
Well, we
but
traded him to Golden State, and Golden State traded him to
yeah.
the Knicks.
But I'm
so,
saying I think we traded him too soon because he was like in the midst of coming back from an injury,
you
and
know,
it just didn't work out. But I'm glad
It's
he
just-
over there shining and stuff like that.
That's the gamble of the game. You got to take those risks. Like some players, you don't know what's going to come out.
Yeah, I mean,
Just like Steph, everybody counted him out.
well, that was
Especially when he had that first ankle surgery. It was like, he done.
oh
Yeah.
man.
I mean, that's true. Everybody can say that. I mean, I just feel
And
like
then look what
Before
happened.
Monte Ellis was the best.
I just feel like sometimes the Bucks trade guys too quickly and hold on to other guys too soon. Like we still hold on to Beauchamp and we'll refuse to give him up. But
So
he
what
ain't really
happens
doing
if he
nothing.
would stay here and got hurt again? Then we'd have held on him too long.
I mean, you right about that. There's always 2 sides of a coin.
Bucks
So-
are too guard heavy anyway, so we needed that. Kesey, your answer the question, G. Which team won the trade?
To me, the biggest winner of the trade deadline it's going to have to be probably Philly.
Really?
Philly?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because they picked up an elite shooter, knowing that you just lost Embiid at the same time. You need some scoring, and Buddy High is an automatic come in and score 15, 20 points a game.
He
That's
is.
automatic. You can get fit. You just replace some of Embiid's points that you just lost for him having to be out for the next few weeks, and it also creates a floor spacer for the Philadelphia 76ers so they can get better as far as their spacing. Their spacing was off.
Mm-hmm.
So having a shooter with highest caliber, I think they won the draft. I mean, not the draft, the trade deadline.
Okay.
But I do like the Spencer Dinwiddie pickup, and I do like
It's a
the
good
Pat,
pickup.
and I do like the Pat Bev pickup. I just have to see, is it enough to get you over the hump?
I mean, we'll like I said before, we'll talk about it in Bucks talk, but it's very interesting. I think that I don't know. I just feel like New York. I mean, not New York, but Philadelphia. It seems real guard heavy, and they don't have any. Well, they do have wing. They have one wing, their primary wing, but he's kind of quiet. So I think this is an opportunity for him to step his game up. Talking about his name Harris? No,
Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris.
Yeah, he out there after the season anyway.
So I mean, but you know, it's funny that that's always every single year. That's the talk. He's out of
Well,
here.
this is his last year on his contract.
I know, but I'm saying like he's out of here.
He won't.
They won't re-sign.
No one wanted to
Sonos.
trade for him though.
Yeah,
Remember,
that's
they've
what-
been on the block for 3 years.
That's what I'm saying. He's been on the block for 3 years, but
Look
they
how much
still
money he
find a
made.
reason to keep him.
You see how big
Well,
his
that's because
contract?
nobody want to take him. It ain't the reason they keep him. No one wants to take him.
Yeah,
That contract too big for his caliber.
Yeah, he got paid.
I think that he's just one of those
He
guys.
got paid
where-
because he was in that era where
They was throwing out money.
they was throwing out money, and there wasn't a lot of people that was available during that free agency.
The sleepy spirit is up in here. We all yawning and stuff. I need y'all to wake up.
Yeah.
Stop making everybody
But-
else sleepy.
It's just one of them things where like I
Yes,
don't know.
Yes,
I don't know.
boss.
I don't know. I just feel like it'll be interesting to see how this season ends and how this season goes, especially with these trades. I did hear that the salary cap is going up, and maybe we'll get into that in the
Yeah.
off season. But
I just don't understand. I don't understand Brooklyn's.
I think Brooklyn slowly is in a rebuild. That they're getting rid of Mikal. They're trying to build around Mikal Bridges. Nobody wants Simmons, and that's what. And then I also heard Spencer Dinwiddie wasn't even happy there, so that they were just trying to really get rid of that guy because he wasn't even happy there.
So Tobias Harris,
Remember, he got traded back there though.
That's what I'm saying. He would say he wasn't happy though.
Tobias Harris in 2019 signed a 5-year guarantee. Y'all ready for this? Guarantee
190.
$180 million deal.
For 5 years,
5 years guarantee.
it's not bad.
What?
How much is he averaging?
5 divided by.
No, I'm saying how much is he averaging points? I'm talking about.
You don't
points.
even hear Tobias Harris' name mentioned, bro. You don't hear him on players to
He's
watch.
making almost $40 million a year.
Mhm.
Well,
Is he a $40 million man?
How much is he averaging?
so I'm gonna just say this about Tobias. Philly will be in a rebuild after this season too, because
No, you can't.
I don't think Joel gonna either. If he's not back healthy, I don't think he's gonna stay. I don't think he's gonna stay. So
There's no way he is.
180 million. Tobias Harris, this
This season,
he's not a bum. Like there's no doubt about it. He is not a bum. His averages so far for this season, he is averaging about 34 minutes a game,
Mhm.
17 points a game. He's shooting 50% from the field goal range, 34% from 3-point. He's averaging 6 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1 steal, no blocks.
Okay, so 17, 6, and 5.
For $40 million,
I don't see the problem here.
you would never manage.
40 million?
I'll be like Senator Cole.
I don't see the problem here.
Who else in the league makes $40 million?
And then on top of that, how
Look
many
at the top.
how many games is he playing a season?
He plays most games. He doesn't get injured.
This is what I'm saying. Next to I think a lot of what's going on in Philadelphia is, especially with Tobias Harris, they're expecting too much.
And you can't find him in the playoffs for 4 straight years.
I just $40 million a year. Now, is he top 10 in small forwards? No. He's not even top 15.
So just for everybody to get an idea here, I'm gonna just do this really quickly. Top contracts right now: Jaylen Brown, $287 million, averaging $57 million a year.
Well, I just want to put this out there really quickly. Dre, you don't want to pay nobody. Even when Giannis comes up for contract, you're like, ooh, how much? Ooh, man. I don't even know if I really. I just won a championship. I know, but did you do anything? Ugh.
Joker, $55 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley Beal, who hasn't played in years,
All right, now that's where we.
$50 million. He's the third highest paid player. Giannis, $46 million a year. Devin Booker, $56 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Cat, $55 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Curry, $53 million. Luka, $43. Zach LaVine, $43, which is why he wasn't traded. There's a point that I'm making. Trae Young, $43.
What's your point?
Joel, I'll get there. Joel Embiid, $53. Rudy Gobert, $41.
Those are next year's salaries.
But I'm just going through just contracts, okay? No, this is the average. This is the average that they're making. Steph, we already talked about. Joel, 53.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Edwards, 40. LaMelo, 40. Tyrese Halliburton, 40. Morant,
Oh yeah,
39. Zion, 39. Darius Garland, 39. Desmond Bain, 39. So my point that I'm making is Tobias is in the top 25 highest paid,
Mm-hmm.
and he's not nearly better than half those people we just named.
Is he top 25?
No.
He's 19. What list are you looking at for 2023, 24?
Right here.
Next year. It gotta be
Sports,
next year.
First rack.
It's next year. Those are contracts
According to-
because he said Halliburton could be making $40 million next year.
So those are next year. I'm talking about this year. Steph is
might.
number one right now.
He might make $40 million next year.
Right now, Steph is 1, KD 2, Bron 3, Joker 4, and B 5. And Tobias is 19 right
19. Top 25. Top 25, and he is not better
now.
than
And I'm gonna just
25
name a few
people.
players. I'm gonna just name a few players below him.
I just want to real quickly. How much should Tobias Harris is worth?
Tobias Harris is a $10 to $15 million a year player.
No, not in today's NBA.
Kesey,
So he makes more money than Pascal Siakam.
Okay,
Yay, nay,
they run the same.
around the same.
Run the
tit for
same.
tat.
Kyrie Irving,
Kyrie doesn't show up for work, so I'm
Tyrese
okay with that.
a headache, so I'm cool with
He
that.
doesn't show up
Drew
for work.
Holiday,
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that now. Given where Drew is now, oh yeah,
Nah, I'm cool with
oh
that.
yeah.
Devin Booker,
You should not be making more than Devin Booker.
Karl Anthony Towns,
You should not be making more than Cat.
I get that.
CJ McCollum.
Hold on, time out real quick. He should be making as much as Cat because Cat's about to be the third best player on this team.
CJ McCullough to me has always been kind of overrated.
CJ McCullough,
Tit for tat.
I'll give him that just because he's consistent.
James Harden.
He definitely
James
should
Harden's
be
a
making-
headache. James
James
Harden's a
Harden
headache.
did it to himself. Agreed.
He's a headache.
But these are the people that probably got the contracts in the same year.
Side note, Clippers might win it all, but go ahead.
John Morant.
Stop shooting guns.
That's true. Stop shooting.
Stop playing with guns.
These contracts are signed before he picked up the
Well,
pistol.
No, he got an extension.
I mean, he picked the pistol up, but still.
He make more than Brandon Ingram.
This what I
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Who's number 2 in MVP running right now?
De'Aaron Fox. He make more than him.
So again, we're so the
And he
point,
make more than Tatum.
so the point we're proving is to it doesn't take a lot to get paid in today's NBA.
It doesn't.
It's just being at the right place at the right time in the right year.
That's why Philly has not been able to trade Tobias, and Tobias won't get another big contract. Tobias
won't?
will be a wingman. Somebody assign him for maybe 3 years, $60 million.
The question.
He'll get a 3 year, $60 million deal.
The question is, like, I asked this question
He's
too.
an unrestricted free. Go ahead. I'm sorry. He's an unrestricted free agent.
Uh-huh.
And some team, Lakers might look at him.
Bucks.
Bucks might look at him. A team that would be willing to pay 15 because Tobias got his money. Now he's chasing the ring.
Mm-hmm.
He will be a good wingman on someone's team. I'll take his 18, 6, and 5, but not for no $40 million a year.
So, like I said, so you saying between 10 and 15. If he was decided to the Bucks, 10, 15?
I'm saying I would pay 10 to 15, but I would bet he get like a 3 year, $60 million deal.
He's in the 20 to 25 range.
I give him 20, 25.
So I said 20 million. I said 3 years.
I'm
saying 25, 4 years.
Philly's not going to resign that though.
They
not
should.
re-signing that.
They should.
Yep. The one episode I would love to come back and do is the one with the free agency of the summer, just to look to see what those people do. just to look to see what those people do, because it's just no. Oh gosh, man, I wish I was taller.
I would
I don't think that would help you because I've seen your skills.
Man, you ain't seen nothing.
I think that I would just like to see Dre.
Times
I would just
change.
like to see Dre operate a team and be in the GM slot because the disrespect. I'm thinking not even disrespect. I think he owns some Maury stuff. Am I getting traded? What, man? You crazy? Next week, gone.
You crazy, man. I would hire a Phil Jackson. I hire an MJ. I hire a Steph. If you deliver like them, yeah, you get paid. You get paid. But if you play like
You know how many people? You say Steph? You know how many people get paid like Steph?
there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be. Let's be honest. How many overpaid players are in the NBA?
A lot.
Starting with Bradley Beal.
You'll have a whole lot of scrubs.
I know he is. He gonna have a whole lot of scrubs, and that one guy making $50 million a year. Be like, what y'all want me to do? I'm not paying everybody.
I'll be like
Y'all
the
don't
Bucks
deserve it.
until they sold the team.
Ridiculous.
That's how the Bucks used to be sucked.
But they actually might be good because maybe that's what the NBA need to go back to like it used to be.
No, because that's
work
how
for
you
your
get
money.
jealousy.
Incentive-based contracts.
Jealousy. That's how jealousy
Remember
happens.
back in the day when only 1 or 2 people was paid, everybody else was
We saw the last dance.
This is all this before inflation. This is all before inflation.
Listen, even in
this is be-
inflation, $40 million
No.
is too much for Tobias Harris.
$40 million, half of that is gone because of taxes. The other quarter is your agent.
Good.
He's left with at least 10.
You got about 20.
Jesus Christ.
A year?
So
he probably bring home about like 26 to 27 a year out of that 40.
probably bringing 15.
Right, no, he's about half because you're at that highest level tax bracket. The more you make,
More they take.
that's it.
He probably
No, I know.
he probably bringing in
But
15.
you got to think he got tax write-offs because he got to pay for his training, he got to pay for his facilities, he got to pay for a whole lot of stuff.
Oh man, listen, when
That's
people,
write-offs.
that's why when people talk about not to go politics, rich get richer and they write off so much is because they get big refunds. They don't pay taxes because they get big tax refunds. I don't know what that feel like, Tony. You know what that feel like? You're a business owner. I tell my tax man every year, Gerard, I just don't want to owe. I just don't want to owe.
That's a true statement.
Do whatever you need to do for me not to owe.
So this coming up weekend next weekend is All-Star Weekend. And there will be, and I have the list that I sent y'all, and for the participants for the skill challenge, the 3-point contest, and then the dunk contest. What I just want to kind of who you think is gonna win each of these challenges.
Dude, I don't know what it is, and I'm gonna answer your question.
Uh-huh.
But the longer I become a sports fan or NBA fan, the more and more uninterest I have in the All-Star Weekend.
No, I still have interest in it. I mean, skills challenge, 3-point contest. After that, that's it. Dunk contest hasn't been good, and I don't know how long. Maybe since Eric Gordon and Zach LaVine was doing. That was the last good one. I think that was 2000 and something though.
What? You didn't have to snap like my dog.
You was
You
looking
see
down.
that?
You was looking down.
He
so I
did
did a-
this. Look, he got like
It got
I
your
did
it got your
'cause
attention.
You had your head down, so
I was looking at the script.
It got your
okay.
attention.
So then I
It
couldn't.
got your attention.
I couldn't just be like,
He been a daddy too long. That's all that was. Get in here, Preston.
You don't do your kids like that, do you?
Get in here.
I don't. I did that to him to make it not such a big noticeable thing that
You
No,
are-
you did it on TV. You snapped your finger and pointed at the TV.
Look, they can't see that.
It's on YouTube Live.
It is.
Would you like one, sir? Sir, would you like a water too?
Yes, so boss.
This is ridiculous. Actually, I would. So going into the skills challenge, we have top picks, which is Victor Wingspan from San Antonio,
When you not me.
Anthony Edwards from the Minnesota Timberwolves, and we have Pablo Escobar from the Orlando Magic.
What are you
A
asking?
little bit. And then I got from Team Pacers, we have Tyrese Halliburton, Miles Turner, and some guy. And then we have Team All-Stars, Scotty Barnes, Tyrese Maxey, and Trey Young.
And this is
Who-
for the skills challenge.
This is for the skills challenge. Who you got?
Remind me, what do they do at the skills
I
challenge?
think they go through passing drill.
So it's like an obstacle course.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you know
there's-
what Tone said? They do combine.
I think
Passing
first of all,
drills, a shooting like a shooting thing, and
First
then
of
like
all,
a real quick.
Victor is way too big for this.
Really think so?
Yes.
But I mean, who else on the Spurs are you going to put there?
I like the way they did this. Top picks versus team pacer versus team all
because
star.
the Pacers won last year.
Did they?
I think they won last year. I think that's why they're in it. I like the all-star team, man. I like Scotty Barnes, Tyrese Maxey, and Trae Young, man. Those are all great ball handlers with great shots. I like the team all-stars for that.
I'm going with team top picks. I think Victor gonna show us something.
Think so?
I think Victor gonna show us something.
Should
And
be an all-star low key. They played him.
You keep
Should
thinking
be
that.
all-star.
nah.
Yeah.
I'm glad he wasn't an all-star just because it will be a situation where he getting it for people to stay
Popularity.
tuned. Really quickly, while Kesey thinks about who he's gonna pick. Is Trae Young the most hated basketball player in the NBA?
In New York, he is.
No, I'm just my overall.
No, he's not the most hated, but he's in the top 10.
He's in there. I think,
Top 10 or top 5?
I think
top
he's
10.
in the top 5.
I say top. He's in the top 10.
Draymond,
Top 10.
What's that boy that always Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks,
I think
Grant
Ja,
Williams.
I think Ja is becoming.
Ja is slowly there.
I think Ja's becoming. Yeah, so I think Trey's in the top 5. But here's why Trey is being hated on, because although Trey doesn't win a title, man, Trey gives you daggers
He does.
and talks trash
But,
and losing his hair.
You know, this is
So he's funny looking. He gives you daggers.
and he's talking crazy. This
Yeah.
is second year in a row he hasn't been voted by the fans as an all-star. I thought I would.
Well,
throw that
remember, the
out there.
fans can only vote for starters. Who's he better than that we already talked about this?
I'm saying he's having if statistically he's having a great year, but I just thought it was interesting.
He always does, though. He always does have a great statistical year.
I mean, he's supposed to be the next Steph Curry, and I think he's not there because people don't like him.
I don't think he'll ever be the next Steph Curry because he doesn't have the ball handling of Steph Curry. He doesn't have the IQ of Steph Curry. He has a shot, but it's not as consistent. Steph is one of the most consistent statistic shooters. we've
Why
ever
is he
seen.
so hated though?
Well, because he
He be
gives
talking
you
crazy.
daggers.
He be
Think about the
talking
Bucks.
crazy.
He's daggered us multiple times.
And he be talking crazy.
Yeah, he do.
I don't think it's daggers. He be talking crazy, and people don't like him.
They don't like the ice tray.
Nah.
I like Trey.
Hmm.
I like Trey.
But who you got, Kesey, in the skills challenge?
I'm gonna go with the team all stars.
Team All Stars. If I knew who Benedict, whatever his name is, was, I would go Team
Mathurin?
Pacers, but I don't know who he is.
He be killing. He the one who be lighting the Bucks up every time we play them.
That's not hard to do.
You know how we always say there's one person that'll always have a career night on the Bucks.
It's him.
He has a career night on the Bucks every time he play us.
I can see that. This three
And one. The last time he had like 4 and 1s.
really the person who this 3-point contest to me is starting to be more and more interesting every year to me. This year we have who won last year, Damian Lillard, Tyrese Halliburton, Donovan Mitchell, Malik Beasley, Jalen Brunson, Luke, what's his name?
Lauri
Lauri Markkinen, Trae Young, and Carl Anthony Towns.
And Donovan Mitchell.
I said Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry. Don't
So-
be offended.
I'm not offended. I'm just saying I said it.
I think you were.
Who do you guys have? Who do you guys have in this matchup?
Gotta go with Dame, man. Dame Dollar.
I'm not going with Dame.
But really, I think it might be Trey. Low-key.
I was kind of thinking that low key too.
Might be Trey.
I'm going with Dame Dollar or Brunson.
You going with Brunson? I'm going with like I said, I'm going with Halliburton because I feel like in that kind of setting, that's where he shines.
Is he gonna even play? Is he back? Is he healthy?
He's deep. Yeah, I think he is. He said he is.
Hey. That's him. Who we just talking about?
Okay, I know who you're talking about now. He's very athletic, very young,
Yep.
very athletic. He's young.
Yep.
I know who that is. Speaking of young and athletic,
Dream? No, for real. I used to have a mad house. That was the thing about me. I was 5'7" and could jump out buildings.
I love it. I could just run around a building, but I can jump
I
out
don't
of
know if you can do that
yeah.
either.
Yeah.
The slam dunk contest.
Like,
If I
like,
took things personally, man, I'd be a really hurt guy, wouldn't I?
they stomp around there, but you know,
the slam
everybody
dunk
stomp.
the slam dunk contest is gonna be boring as usual. I don't know. We'll see what happens. No, it's gonna be boring.
I don't know half these people, but
You know who these
overpaid
people are.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
Mac McClung, he won it last
He
year.
won last year.
He's in
Top
the G.
him.
Oh, from the G League. Look, the non-African American.
You know
Yeah.
what? You bring up a good point.
Yeah.
Let's stop right there.
What?
They should start letting like the side things of the All-Star we don't care too much about. Let some of the G Leaguers get in and do that.
As a G leaguer, you can get in, but
There's 2 G Leaguers in.
yeah.
What I'm saying is like just give it to them.
Oh, you saying don't even NBA players don't even participate? Just give it to them.
Let the rookie be the versus the G League, or the skills competition should be the G League and whoever you want to. The dunk contest, give it to the G Leaguers. The All-Star game should be a good opportunity to let cats showcase who they are, so they got eyes on them. So when it's time for next year, some people might get a phone call based on how they perform this one weekend.
Mac McCullen got signed last year after the dunk contest to Philadelphia for the rest of the year. Now he got released soon after, but he got signed.
Didn't do much.
He got signed.
He didn't do much.
Well, he got
I mean, there's
signed.
not a lot of minutes left for him after Tobias and Maxey and all of them, and
Yeah.
Harden and
Showing up every other day. Yeah, you're right.
you know what I'm saying. Like, it's not a lot of minutes
Yeah.
for him to.
All I'm gonna say about the dunk contest is Jaylen Brown given a massive amount of money. He should be doing everything. I need you to play all 82 games.
You know,
dunk
slavery's over.
It's Black History Month. Depending on how the future goes, we might be back there. Y'all pay attention.
Who is Jacob Toppin? Is that Obi Toppin brother?
No,
I
I thought
think you just make that up.
no. Oh, you might be right, Kesey. I thought it was him. And I was like, his name ain't Jacob. That might be his brother.
It's Obi Toppin.
Yeah.
He the one who did the windmill on the fast break
Right,
for
yeah.
Indiana.
Huh. Interesting. So we got 2 G leaguers. Then we got Jaylen Brown, who's obviously overpaid, according to Dre. And
don't
then
agree?
we of course I agree. That's not the point, though. You said it. And then we have the rookie from Miami, Jamie. What's his name?
Bro, I don't know half these players. I'm trying to tell you.
That's wild.
We got to the age where all the new players, we just don't know who they are.
I
No,
think we
it's
don't
not
care.
that.
We
It's
don't
just-
care.
The NBA just is full of scrubs,
The
man.
NBA is not full of scrubs.
NBA has a lot of scrubs.
Tone, I'm not gonna.
As a fantasy basketball player
Okay,
and
here
a
we
team, a 10
So you're
team-
biased.
There's nothing wrong with being biased.
The NBA got some scrubs, bro.
I just hate
Come on.
this is one thing. I just hate the fact
Actually, they are brothers.
they are.
Great.
He told you when the last name like Peck, they gotta be
The
related.
Scrubby brothers. Okay, I'm just kidding.
You
Obi
not.
got some
You
bounce.
not.
He got some hops. He got some
There's
hops.
always
And he
one
participated
scrubby
last year.
brother.
Got some hops. So I'll say this, man. I
We
think
got 2 of them.
I think the NBA, if we let one of them go, he don't play with us no more.
We know.
The NBA
Something to happen to him.
has
It's crazy. Be like
got
that.
to figure out the All-Star game. In the weekend, I thought Senator, I thought
last year.
the commissioner was on to
Oh.
something good last year.
What did he do last year?
Well, you know, it was the Kobe.
It's still that.
it
It's
was-
still that.
No, it's not the Kobe thing anymore. They're going back to their regular format.
No,
Yes.
it's still a Kobe thing.
I don't think it is.
The scoring, but it's still East versus West.
No.
I mean, I'm sorry. It's back to the format of East versus West, but the scoring is still a Kobe thing.
Oh, I don't think it is. But
Yeah.
nevertheless, the dunk contest hasn't been good in a couple years.
I think we just stopped caring.
I think so. We get some surprise dunks. But plus, our people ain't been in it, right? LeBron hasn't done it. Kawhi hasn't done it.
I mean,
right?
well, I don't want to see Kawhi do it, but LeBron
Kawhi's a banger in his when
not,
before them
he's not
knees.
creative.
Yeah, that's true. That's
I just want to say, I mean, the dunk contest thing is LeBron James' fault. Let's just call it what it is.
He should've been in it.
He should have been in a long time ago. He would have just ended this a long time ago. We just stopped talking
But
about
you know
it.
what that is. He can't lose stuff like that. man.
That's true. I get you that.
Ego's a fragile thing.
It is. But really quickly, one thing that's gonna
That'd
be
have been a for sure win.
Mm.
The younger LeBron, would have been a short for sure.
Younger, I'll
not,
give you that.
Not when Dwayne Wade giving players 8s when they should have 10s.
That's true too.
But he would have gave his homeboy.
Of course,
10.
he would have gave him 10. I don't know. I don't know who judged it. I'd have asked him, Dwayne, could you step away?
The way
Right.
LeBron was jumping when he first came in the league,
Dude,
there wasn't. He could have done left hand, right hand,
I think it was
anything, and it still looked better than a lot of the dunks.
could
that
you
we've been
imagine if Draymond, Dwayne Wade, who else loved LeBron,
well,
be at the table judging dunk contest for LeBron?
ridiculous.
He get 5. Game's over.
What's your question, Tom?
It's a question I ask every time around about the year, and I want to see what people think. I don't know if I asked y'all last year, but do you think that we have an issue with the dunk contest because we've seen it all already? There's not much more the human body can do that was shocking all us when it comes to dunking.
I think you have a point. I think that you are correct, but you also said something earlier about taking the dunk. I think in the dunk contest in particular, if you take it out of the NBA and for whoever, because they do have dunk contests outside of the NBA and outside of All-Star Weekend where people are being more creative. These guys have more athletic. You have more hops, and they're doing stuff we've never seen before.
Right,
So I just think,
the McDonald's thing.
yeah,
They,
I don't know who it is.
All American.
It's all American. Them cats be going crazy.
And then it's this white dude. I hate to say it like that, but it's this white guy who colorful with some real colorful hair, and he be doing some stuff I ain't never seen a dunk contest. Can he play a lick of basketball? Probably not, but he can dunk, and he's very creative.
But you see what happens
So,
when people
I think
in the everyday community compete against real NBA players. It don't be as good.
Are you talking about as far as dunk contest? You talking about overall basketball?
Overall basketball.
Oh yeah,
thing.
of course.
Like the dude who made the most 3-pointers,
Yeah,
the Guinness Book of World Record.
yeah.
Did you see him on TNT against Kenny Smith?
Trash.
Trash.
Yeah.
So what do you think gonna happen when they get in that arena against?
Really quickly. Go ahead. I just want to say this real quick. He went on the podcast and said they set him up for the okie doke, but go ahead.
He said they set him
He
up.
set him up. He said they set him up for the okie doke, and I was like, "Nah, you just trash."
How they set him up for the okie doke?
He was talking about they gave him a ball that wasn't like he was like the grip was off of it. He said the court was kind of like lower. He said they was all in his ear, so it felt like he said they set him up for okie doke. And from what I seen is you just buckled under pressure. It's one thing to shoot 1,000 jump shots or 1,000 3-pointers with nobody looking, but it's another thing to have it when you got NBA players actually in your face. All right, go ahead. What are you doing?
Different calibers of human beings. You are a regular dude who has a spot that you've mastered geometrically to shoot from. Whereas then they're NBA players that this is their whole life.
Yeah.
This is all they do. This is what they get paid the millions for. So of course they're gonna beat you. They're supposed to beat you.
They are.
They're supposed to be the best in the best.
And they supposed to badger you.
Yeah, yeah.
And then on top of it, he said he lost endorsements. He lost a whole lot of stuff after that. I felt kind of bad for him, but I was like, you buckled under pressure.
Two random things real quick.
He didn't lose no endorsements off of that. He was going.
Shout out to Marquette men's basketball winning National Marquette Day yesterday, and the Badgers.
What?
I'm shouting out the basketball teams.
You pick right now to do that?
Yeah, because I mean,
Because you have nothing to add to the
we
conversation?
just all over the place. So, so no, I wanted to shout that out.
The Badgers just lost 5 in a row.
But the Badgers are ranked. What are you talking about? The Badgers are ranked number 10.
Yeah. They just lost like 3 in a row, though.
It wasn't 5.
Like 3 or 4.
It wasn't 4.
It was like 3.
It wasn't 3.
It was like 3 in a row.
They wouldn't be ranked 10, Zeke, with 3 in a row.
They just lost 3 in a row.
Nevertheless.
You know what it is? They just so happen everybody else is losing too. So they can't be moved that much.
So I want to shout out.
The problem is,
They losing to unranked teams.
Sounds like a college recession to me.
I,
Everybody's losing.
I'm shouting out Marquette, and I'm shouting out our hometown boys, Milwaukee Admirals, win number 14 in a row. That's all.
It's Black History
You
Month.
in this Admiral?
It's Black History Month.
I've been
How many Admiral games do you go to?
like quite a few. Quite a few.
It's Black History Month.
So what? What does that mean? If y'all
You know what it
wanna
mean.
go, open up your
You know what it
horizons.
means. It's
Open
Black History Month. You know what it means.
Open up your horizons.
Really quickly. So Steph is supposed to be doing a 3-point contest against Sabrina.
Is he not in it anymore?
He's not in this year's, but him and Sabrina something is going 1-on-1. head-to-head 3-point the first NBA versus WNBA 3-point challenge during All-Star weekend. That's
I love
what he's
it.
doing
This
I can't
weekend?
wait.
this weekend.
I can't wait. I love that for the sport. I love it for women's basketball. That is going to give them a lot of notoriety. More
Are
than
you
they-
picking her over Steph?
No.
A lot of people are.
But here's the thing, though. Steph, as great as he is, Steph can be a spotty, streaky shooter,
Steph is
especially under pressure. He's an in-game,
exactly.
all eyes on you, like no
He's
pressure.
not a spot-up guy to
No,
me. He's
that's
not a
more of a
spot-up
Klay
guy.
Thompson thing.
So, but who
Who's
you,
having a
so
terrible
you have
year.
you got Steph or Sabrina? I got Sabrina.
I got Stephen. I got Wardell Curry, man. Come
Now,
on.
if Steph you lose this game, Jesus Christ, that's just y'all season how it's been going.
I would actually love to see them even get more creative, do a WNBA women's All-Star against the WNBA against the
For
NBA
what?
men. Just to
You gotta believe-
Oh,
you
no.
There
No.
we go. Or blended. Blended.
Fine, you can blend it, but you can't. It can't be NBA versus WNBA. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not gonna say what I want to say because I don't want to get canceled. But you,
Hey man,
Hey,
we're a podcast on
we
the
are-
network locally. Man.
exactly,
They won't
we don't-
cancel us.
we don't want.
I
I
might
don't.
get canceled. But
I don't want to see somebody get blew up by 50. 20, cool. 30, fine. Not 50. I don't want to see that.
Well,
So I'll
don't-
just leave it at that.
well, the Charlotte be getting blown out by dang near 50.
Well, it's different.
The way the NBA players jump now, they would be dunking on the girls every play down.
Oh man, they won't. They won't posters. It's the only poster they might ever get.
Jesus. But
Jeez. Ladies,
Moving on
let
to
it be
Bucks.
known that I advocated for it.
he tried to play y'all.
He trying to
Let
set
him.
you up.
He's trying to set you up for the okie doke. Tone had a good idea. Dre trying to set you up for the okie doke. Moving on to Bucks. Moving on to Bucks. He's trying to get y'all feelings hurt.
Y'all bogus.
Moving on to Bucks talk. Moving on to Bucks talk.
Bogus.
The Bucks traded Cameron Payne and a second round pick for Patrick Beverly from the Philadelphia 76ers. What are your thoughts? And is this the missing piece that's going to take Bucks over the hump?
Is that bad?
Oh man,
They-
I just think
they-
this. So I'll start.
I'm on the fence with that.
I don't.
I've been on this.
I don't like it. It's okay. I don't mind that we lost Cameron Payne. He wasn't doing anything for us anyway. We needed another defensive anchor, and Pat Bev, in all his craziness, is highly regarded as probably the third or fourth best defensive player in the game. I don't know if he still is.
And if we win a ring, he'll still get one.
Yep. The problem I have with Pat, but Bucks tend to be a more family oriented hierarchy type of thing.
What do you mean by that?
And so what I saw the other day was I saw Pat trying to coach in huddles.
Mhm.
Sit down, man.
Nah.
We're a
Nah.
championship team.
Mm-mm.
How you gonna come in and try to tell champions how to play?
Here we go.
No, I'm just saying.
Here we go.
I'm just saying, how you coming in here trying to
Here.
tell Brooke, and Brooke basically told him, "I got it. Sit your down." That's what Brooke basically told him.
No, here's the.
So hold
here-
on. I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
answer your question. I'm gonna
Go
throw
ahead.
it back to y'all. I welcome Pat. I don't know that he'll stick around
Mhm.
because Giannis ain't going. You try to get in Giannis' face.
He like Giannis.
yeah, you don't mean he
Giannis
won't
like
get-
him too.
That don't mean he won't get in his face.
So the only reason people got to realize why he was in the huddle saying something is, do y'all not remember he was just playing under Doc?
Mhm.
So he knows Doc's system a little bit better to help the players along. It wasn't that he trying to take over. It's just trying to fit in.
Yeah, I'm gonna play devil's advocate with him.
I'm
We kind of like
go ahead,
what,
Tom.
2-6 right now.
Yeah,
So at this point in time, I feel like we need to listen to whatever can help.
I'm on that train too, Tom.
Like, if
And-
you can give us something to figure this out, then
That's what I'm saying. That's what Pat Bev trying to do, trying to figure this out for us.
And my thing is this. Two things. Number one, he a dog. Number two,
He is a dog.
he a dog. Number two, Brooke Lopez, this your second strike. Your first strike was when you asked for the ball, when your hands is up, when Dame was bringing the ball down and he hit that game winner. Your hands is up like he's gonna pass you the ball. The second strike was that.
No, technically-
You said
Now,
first strike was what?
The first strike when he was asking for the ball, that Sacramento game when Dame hit that game winner.
Who?
When he hit that game winner,
Uh-huh.
Lopez was behind him because he had passed him the ball. and he was looking for. He had his hands on like he was gonna get the ball.
Who did?
Robin Lopez.
Well, he's supposed to. You got to be ready.
He got to be ready to shoot.
Your hands should be down, looking up.
So then, what happened if Dame?
Hands down, looking
So
up.
so what if Dame passes?
Dame wasn't gonna pass. It's Dame time. You know it's Dame time. It's under 2 minutes. It's Dame time.
If they triple team,
You are the
If they-
fourth option.
if they decide to triple team him and he not ready,
Shoot it.
Oh wow.
Here's the deal. And then the second one was that
It
it could be a third.
To go.
it-
Brook needs to go. He's not the same. It's okay to say Brook was good to us. Brook is still okay occasionally, but for us to be competing for a championship, we ain't doing that with Brook Lopez nor Pat Beverly. I'm sorry to say, Bucks are not
Lopez?
winning it. No, Brook has to go, bro.
why?
He's old.
He is old.
His body is starting to show. His speed is slowing down. Yes, he's good for
But,
some points.
But most big men are slow. When you're 7'6", what do you expect them to be?
I'm not saying-
They slew-footed.
I'm saying
Most big men are slew-footed. Do you think Embiid is super fast? He's super fast because he's younger than Lopez, but he's not that much faster.
You know, okay, well, take away the speed, Brook. It's
Even thinking about Victor, he's 7 foot
and
something.
he's quick.
He's not that quick as people think he
He's
is.
very quick.
He's only quick against other big men
I think he's
because
I-
he's young still. Wait till he get a couple year wear and tear on them knees and them ankles and them feet. Then you will see how hard it is for it to be a 7 foot
but
something.
do you agree he's old?
Who?
Lopez.
No, Brook is perfect for us.
He is what?
It's perfect for us.
You just be saying
It's
stuff.
not a fan. It's not about being a fan. It's what's right. Who else you gonna go with? Tell me who else you gonna go with.
I want us to sign Miles Turner a long time ago.
All I'm saying is the Bucks.
They don't want to give him up for no.
I know. Now they
All
don't.
I'm
Now they
saying-
definitely don't. They
all
winning. I'm talking about when he was losing.
All I'm
They
saying
didn't- they-
is the Bucks are going to have. I'm not going to use the word rebuild, but the Bucks are going to have to reconstruct this roster in the offseason. They're going to have to sign some free agents. They're going to have to sign some better.
So
we
what
don't
if they
have
win?
no. We don't have any collateral.
So what if they win?
Keisha,
Then what?
I'm a Bucks fan just like you, probably a bigger fan than you.
Because he go to all the games.
That ain't why, but
goes all
it's,
the games.
it's
He's
I
a
whatever.
appreciate
season.
that.
He's a season.
Whatever
ticket
he
holder.
say.
The Milwaukee Bucks are not winning the title this year. You said it too.
Oh, I've been said that.
They're not winning the title. We have the second hardest schedule in the NBA right now.
It's not looking good.
We are barely beat. Yeah, we beat Charlotte by 50, but you should. You should.
LaMelo didn't play.
But didn't we just say Charlotte always got our number regardless they got their starters or not?
LaMelo didn't
You
play.
know, you said that.
Even when they don't got LaMelo, they still give us a run for our money.
That's true.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Go look at every time we play
I've
Charlotte.
been to
Are you
most of
still
them.
are you still confident in the Bucks in winning this?
Yes.
I'm not.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So,
What
how do you like
about
the Pat Bev?
I was like,
pickup?
what about the Pat Bev pickup?
I think the Pat Bev pickup is. I think it works. I think it helps us get over that hump a little bit defensively when you can go to a guard who ain't afraid of nobody.
No, I'm listening.
Because when Dame goes out, don't forget, like Pat Bev might not score a lot now.
You don't need him for that, though.
We don't really need him for that. But also, you got to remember, Pat Bev was a walking bucket before he came in the league. Remember, he found a role as a defensive player
Yeah,
to stick around longer.
that's true.
So he want to win.
I mean, I think
I like players who want to win, who mentally tough.
I agree. Like I said, I don't mind Pat here, especially for what he got him for. He just needs to know his role.
And I think he does. So like him picking up
what
him
part of
picking
his
up a
role do you
clipboard-
not think he not know?
Well, it's only been a game. You know, we've said on this show, Pat Bev has a tendency to be a loudmouth. He has a tendency to be kind of offensive to his teammates. But what I like about Pat Bev is he does bring the best out of players. No matter how he does it, he brings the best out of his teammates. But anyway, just a quick note. As we end the season, these are free agents that are available coming up. Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, Pascal Siakam,
Can you give us some realistic people we would sign?
LeBron, Drew Holiday is becoming a free agent.
So you're not gonna give us no realistic.
I'm
things?
going to go through a list. Tobias Harris, DeMar DeRozan, James Harden, which we would never come here, Anunoby, Nick Claxton, D'Angelo Russell, Malik Monk, Caldwell Pope, Miles Bridges, Klay Thompson, Buddy Hield. So Bruce Brown. There are some players out there, Dinwiddie, that I think the Bucks will need to run at next year and to be competitive. Because right now I don't see it.
I don't think.
Are you crazy, man?
No, I'm not crazy. I'm objective. The
That's not
Milwaukee
being
Bucks.
objective. That's being a fool.
No, the Bucks are a
Nah.
good team, but we have already established that the Bucks can't even beat the Pacers right now. They can't even beat the Pacers right now, and we won't even get a chance to see a rematch until they match up in the playoffs. If they match up,
And that's when it's going to become a problem.
I hope so. I hope so. But continue.
Well, that's all I got, really. I like the trade. I've been like the trade. I always like that. I always like that. What's his name?
On our team,
What is his name?
who?
Pat Bev. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Pat Bev has always been somebody's going to keep you accountable, and I think that's one of the big things we have right now is going on with the Bucks is that we need somebody to keep us accountable. But it's been another episode of the 94 Feet Podcast. Let's thank my brother Dre.
Always a good one. People, thank you for putting up with us because we all sleepy.
You have to put out like okay.
Dog, please, it shows.
Also, I have to
We're
thank my
yawning on
brother Kesey. I wasn't yawning, but all right.
What's good, good people?
No,
Appreciate
we're
it.
ending.
I was going to say that too.
No, we're sending them home.
I was finna
That's your friend.
say what's good, good people. It's been another good
You
episode.
wasn't finna say that. Yeah. See. Oh, now you mad? Oh, you mad now?
Well, you can always catch us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You can also listen to us on all streaming platforms.
Hold up, Zeke. I'm sorry. Before you take us home, we gotta ask this because we got to, man. I mean, you had a whole sports podcast in our absence. Who y'all like today? Before we wrap up, who do y'all like today in the Super Bowl? It's Super Bowl Sunday. Zeke, who you like, man?
These.
Okay, he's who. Zeke, who you like today, man? What are you expecting from this?
Okay, we're not gonna do that.
Oh my God, look at you.
Kansas City.
By a lot?
Yeah,
He-
no, 31-27.
Oh man, you think you got it close?
Who won the Super Bowl again?
Yo, I feel the same way.
the Chiefs and the Niners.
I know that.
Who you like, Keith?
Just because the Chiefs got Mahomes, I'm going with the Chiefs.
Same.
Otherwise, I really don't care.
Me either. Tone, what you think?
I'm going to be the oddball. I'm going Niners.
I'm going to Chiefs, and I think it's going to be a blowout.
Okay.
But go ahead. Finish up.
You can listen to all streaming platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Spreaker, and SoundCloud. Agree with us.
Probably not.
This is 94 Feet Podcast. Peace.
Peace, good people.